Hey, this will be a video chart on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We're going to look at the daily time frame. Now this one is one that quite frankly is not looking good. I know that's kind of stating the obvious, but I mean more so in an overall sense. Today's action was what I've been waiting for. I wanted to see how it would react, and unfortunately it did not react like it really would need to, and it's suggesting that this could be just the beginning of a much deeper pullback and quite possibly a reversal. There's still one more kind of big buffer there, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the first thing I want to point out is the bearish pattern that has been forming over the past multiple months. So the first part I'm going to do is just draw the trend line over here, and you can see all I'm doing to draw that is simply connecting these highs. And then the bottom portion of the pattern is right here, and you can see all I was doing was using this low and then this whole clump of lows, which you can see fit perfectly right along that trend line. Now this in and of itself is basically a rising wedge, and a rising wedge, although it may sound bullish, is actually bearish, whereas a falling wedge is the bullish pattern. So we had a rising wedge, and let me also show you what was going on, and this is what really puts the bearish spin on it. When I can do this on the MACD, draw a downtrend line, whoops, let's try that again, draw a downtrend line like this. This is not good, because this is what we call a negative divergence, meaning that so keep in mind where this price high is and correspond that to where the MACD was, way up here. And then the Dow Jones went in, put in another new high. However, look down here. The MACD was actually lower than where it was over here. And then on this new high again, now look where the MACD was, even lower than what it was a previous to. So while the price action was heading up, the MACD was going lower and lower, just a classic definition of a negative divergence, and this is not what you want to see. So what was I waiting here for today's action? I wanted to see how it would react along the bottom portion of the pattern, this trend line there. The previous times you can see it bounced multiple times. However, today there was no bounce. As you can see, it just crashed right through it. So this is what's making me pretty skeptical now, thinking, maybe this this topping pattern is finally starting to ready to play out. I was thinking, it could potentially come here, and then bounce up and give this top trend line, and then I'd have to come back and check the MACD, see if it was able to break out of this negative divergence, but that's not seeming to be the case. Really did crash through this lower trend line here, and the reason I say I'm not going to quite call it a total reversal is there is still one final little buffer of protection, and that comes in the form of this pink line here, which is the 200-day simple moving average. That's valued at 14,720 currently. So right around that 14,700 area is going to be a very important level of support. If the price, or if this level can't hold the price, then that's going to be the first time in a very, very, very long time that the price has fallen below the 200-day, and that's just not a good thing. If there is a price drop below the 200, the next level of, or the next price area that I'd be looking for the price to hit would be right around here, we'll call it 14,540 area, and then after that the next level and probably price target short-term wise would be right down here, and I'd call that right around the 14,380. So again, if the 200 doesn't hold, then these will be the next two levels where we're going to need to see how the price reacts around these to really start to diagnose a problem. And if this little support zone here does not hold, then the things in the world are just not going well, and the markets are not gonna, whoops, let's get that out of there, are not going to be too favorable. So we'll see how things unfold, but that's where it is right now. If you're in long positions, just keep this in mind right now. Might want to lighten up on those loads. If you're looking to go short, this might be a good time to really start to build up a short positions in some things. But again, still got to be a little careful, because we have the 200-day right there, which could end up providing the support and kind of redeem this trend line. Redeem this trend line from not being able to hold. So if there are any other questions though on the chart, please let me know. If you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about how to use charts in your strategy as a trader, I'd encourage you to click below and look at our educational course. Over 8.5 hours of education and teaching, and spread across multiple reviews. It's been getting great third-party testimonials, so I'd encourage you to check it out, give it a try, make an investment into yourself and your education as a trader. One more time, this was the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Thanks for listening.